At the moment, I'm able to offer you free Elliott Wave analysis of Ethereum on this channel, but that's going to change soon. This is actually a good thing because it means you'll be able to get weekly, in-depth, full coverage of Elliott Wave analysis of Ethereum from Pure Elliott Wave, not just the quick snapshot I give you each day. When we begin this new subscription, we'll offer a grandfather rate for the first 24 hours that will never be offered again. Make sure you don't miss out on getting this very good rate by signing up to our notification list. Click on the link below to sign up. We'll email you a few days before launch, the day before and on launch date, so you don't miss out on this rate. For our YouTube subscribers, this is a good thing because when we drop our daily Elliott Wave analysis of Ethereum, we will add in daily Elliott Wave and technical analysis of Solana. So you'll be getting coverage of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP and Solana from us 5 days a week.
Right, on the monthly chart, we can see the complete price history for Ethereum, including Cycle Wave 1 going up, Cycle Wave 2 retracing 94% of Cycle Wave 1, and now Cycle Wave 3 increase. Within Cycle Wave 3, Primary Wave 3 is expected to be unfolding. All third waves can only subdivide as an impulse, and these ballpark ideas at the 11.9 extreme Fibonacci ratio and the 19.3 ratio, where Primary Wave 3 within Cycle Wave 1 exhibited the 19.13 ratio and 15.28, where Intermediate Wave 3 within Primary Wave 1 of Cycle Wave 3 exhibited the 15.28 ratio over Intermediate Wave 1. Please note that these are ballpark figures and not exact targets. Price may over or undershoot any of these at this point, as crypto is highly volatile, and so calculating any targets is very difficult. Within Primary Wave 3, any second wave corrective movement cannot move below its start at 883.48, and a best fit channel is drawn around Cycle Wave 3 from the beginning of Cycle Wave 1 to the last high, with a copy on the end of Cycle Wave 2. As these third waves at primary and cycle degree continue to increase, we can expect a blow off top for the fifth wave, ending these third waves 1 degree higher, as it is very typical for crypto to exhibit blow off tops in those scenarios. And this high on the monthly chart is this high just over here. On the weekly chart, we can see more detail for the downwards movement, labeled Primary Wave 2 just here, subdividing as a double zigzag, and the upwards movement labeled Primary Wave 3, currently expected to be within intermediate, minor, and minute third degrees. This expects overlapping third degrees at 5 different degrees from cycle, primary, intermediate, minor, and minute degrees to pull price higher, which should come with increasing range and momentum, and at these various degrees in these current stages should be unmistakable. This increasing range and momentum that should come with these third waves should break above this base channel drawn around the intermediate degrees. This base channel drawn from the beginning of Intermediate Wave 1 to the end of Intermediate Wave 2 with a parallel copy on the end of Intermediate Wave 1. We can see where Minor Wave 2 within Intermediate Wave 3 has found support at the lower edge just here, and Minute Wave 1 within Minor Wave 3 finding resistance just here. Minute Wave 2 within Minor Wave 3 is labeled complete here, though if it continues any lower, it may find support at the lower edge of this base channel, and if it continues any lower than that, it cannot move below the start of Minute Wave 1 at 1521.78. Again, we can see the same ballpark figures for Intermediate Wave 3 within Primary Wave 3. This high of Minute Wave 1 within Minor Wave 3 is this high just here on the daily chart. An Elliott channel is drawn around Minute Wave 2 using Elliott's technique for a correction from the start of Minuet Wave A to the end of Minuet Wave B, with a parallel copy on the end of Minuet Wave A. The end of Minuet Wave C and Minute Wave 2 fell just short of support here, and price has since increased away. A break above this channel would add confidence to this wave count, seeing overlapping third waves to pull price higher, and an eventual break above this base channel here would add further confidence to this wave count. We can see the same extreme Fibonacci ratio for Minor Wave 3 to pull price higher. On the technical monthly chart, price has declined after its past all-time high in November 2021, consolidating between support at 880 and 1400. And up to resistance at 4700. Recent strength and volume steadily increasing with bullish movements, sees the upwards movement likely to continue, and strength in the short-term bullish movements. RSI is just entering overbought, though it may reach more deeply overbought and or exhibit divergence before a deeper bearish movement. ADX continues to increase with a bullish trend that is not extreme and not yet in danger of ending. It is currently in its early stages, and the previous bullish trends just here and all the way back here previously have reached very extreme and have stayed in those conditions for a little while before a deeper corrective movement, so this trend is not yet in danger of ending and may continue upwards. On balance, volume steadily increases with no new range and giving no signal. And ATR increasing for the short term, though it is quite low at this point and has declined a lot throughout this recent consolidation. On the technical weekly chart, price has declined after finding resistance at 41.30, currently moving sideways after its last high just here, in a consolidation range between 3580 for resistance and 2400 for support. A break above resistance or below support is needed for a bullish or bearish signal at this time frame. Volume has steadily increased up to the high, though at this point volume declines. Overall midterm volume supports bullish movement. RSI previously reached overbought, though it is currently neutral. Any new trend would have room to move either up or down before RSI enters overbought or oversold, setting RSI up for a new trend. ADX declines after reaching extreme conditions. The last bullish trend did not reach very extreme, as is standard for larger highs and lows. We can see that here for the last big high and all the way back here for these last two highs here. Though a deeper correction may continue to relieve these extreme conditions at this time frame. Money flow, like RSI, is also neutral and declining, having entered overbought at this last high just here. With any new trend, price can move either up or down before money flow enters overbought or oversold, setting money flow up for a new trend as well. On balance, volume has reacted to support previous resistance just here, giving a slight bullish signal. And ATR increases along with price remaining high within this current consolidation. On the technical daily chart, price consolidates between resistance at 3680 and support at 3050. A break above resistance at this point or support at this point is needed for a bullish or bearish signal. Volume declines within this consolidation, which is standard movement, though there is a push on some bearish candlesticks just here. RSI remains neutral, having entered deeply overbought at this last high here. Currently it is right in the middle of the neutral territory, so any trend would have a lot of room to move before RSI reaches overbought or oversold. ADX continues to decline with the negative DX line crossing just above the ADX line, meaning any trend at this point would not be extreme. And at this time frame, with the negative DX line above the positive DX line, any new trend would be bearish. Money flow is in the same situation as RSI, not having entered as deeply overbought and exhibiting some divergence, though currently it is neutral and quite closely to the middle of the neutral territory, setting money flow up for a new trend. On balance, volume continues within a range, reacting to resistance just here, giving a slight bearish signal. ATR steadily declines within this consolidation, which is standard movement.